Alright guys, it's time to talk about Bitcoin Cash or BCH on the channel for the first time since this candle right here on July the 1st. Now we do have something very interesting going on with Bitcoin Cash, guys. You can see we do have this tiny little daily candle right now, but I need to zoom out. We need to go to the weekly time frame because we have something very important going on. So we have this trend line which goes back basically around the beginning of April, guys. And we have a touch point here back in December. And we are touching this trend line once again. So we're about, what, a year and a quarter under this trend line. And we also have another trend line here which goes back to the beginning of April. And we've just been kind of bouncing along it as well. It's been making higher lows along the way. And basically it did find support along this trend line as well. We have gotten a rejection here, though, on this trend line so far. Now, we are pretty much at a make or break at this point, guys, and there's still a couple more days on the weekly candle here. I want to go ahead and point that out. It is Friday night and maybe Saturday according to Bitcoin, actually. But anyways, if we can break this, and the longer the time frame, the candle above this line, the better. But the weekly time frame is really what we're looking for. And yeah, after that, the next resistance will be up here at about 625 bucks. Now, looking at the volume profile, guys, I know you can barely see this over here, but this candle, what we're on right now, is right here. So we have gotten above pretty much of these larger nodes already. The point of control sits about 250 bucks. We're well above that right now, guys. But the volume pretty much goes down from here. I mean, it actually has gone down since we broke above the point of control. Basically, I would say if it can get above about 740 bucks, though, it's really going to scream up. You're going to probably see something like this over here, guys. So now the highest it looks like it ever was over here was about almost 1660, let's say. Now, I don't think this is the full chart of Bitcoin Cash, but this chart goes back to November of 2019, and I think the highest it ever was around $6,000 really in the beginning. Anyways, it doesn't look like the volume should hold this back, though. Now, looking at the Bollinger Bands, guys, you can see that it is fairly wide here on the monthly time frame. So as to monthly, it's not really pinching, so we're not seeing any action because of the Bollinger Bands on the monthly time frame. Weekly time frame, it did get kind of a pinch back here in early June, maybe end of May, just a little bit. And you can see it maybe more pinched here in October, and it got that ride up, but it's a little bit wider than that point here, so I don't really want to say it pinched in too much. Now, on a daily time frame, let's take a look at this. Let's widen this a bit. Not really. I mean, it's pretty consistently thick, but yeah, you can see like a pinch here, and then it went down. Maybe more of a pinch here, and then yeah, it resulted in downward action. There's just other areas I can see that pinched in a little bit more than where we're at right now. But maybe you can kind of say here was a pinch on 19th of July. But yeah, I just think Bollinger Bands doesn't really have any effect here really. So yeah, I'm not going to say that this is moving because, the Bollinger Bands. Now, looking at the RSI and stochastic here, the stoch is actually just about to get overheated here. So still has some room to move, though, of course. The RSI is actually, sliding upwards as well in the monthly time frame. So here looks okay for the moment. The weekly time frame overheated, though, and it's just kind of flirting here with, whether it wants to go down. And it looks like the blue line has crossed the red line here. So it does want to go up a little bit more, it looks like, on a weekly time frame. The RSI here is just flirting with being overbought too, so keep that in mind. So not really the best on the weekly time frame. Now the daily time frame pointed pretty heavily to the upside here. Now the RSI is a little bit flat, but in my opinion, it's okay on the daily time frame. Now the 4-hour time frame, again, kind of flirting with being overbought, but it did cross this red line once again. And so, yeah, the RSI is a little bit sloping to the upside, not too much, but again, it's in neutral territory. So 1 hour time frame here, also sloping up. RSI is also a little bit sloping up here, so not too bad either. And the 15-minute time frame again. Well, here it looks like maybe the red line wants to cross this blue line. So maybe the blue line looks actually like it wants to curve back down. But the RSI still, is going up. So most of these time frames on the RSI and stochastic don't actually look too bad. I think this could actually still go up. Now let's look at the resistances again. And if we just base our assessment off the RSI and stochastic, honestly, I do think we will break this trend line. And let's zoom out a little bit more. So yeah, maybe that will come today or this weekend. Now, one more indicator to consider is the MACD, guys, and you can see on a monthly time frame, we do have a couple of dark green candles. The blue line has just crossed the red line here as of a couple of months ago, or at least in June, I should say. And yeah, it does look like it wants to go up on a monthly. Now, the weekly time frame, also, we have just dark green candles here. It is pointed pretty heavily to the upside. The local high here was almost at about, 95 or so, 96. Again, momentum up on a weekly. Daily actually also just crossed the red line to the upside. We do have a couple of green candles. And yeah, I mean, it is kind of, I would say, flirting with going up and down here. And still looks good though, in my opinion. I think daily is fine. So these longer term time frames on the MACD, look fine in my opinion. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics of Bitcoin Cash, guys, this is the number 20 coin. It only has 21 million max supply, and the circulating is about 19.9 million. Now, if we go down here, the all-time low was about $77. So if you got it there about 6 years ago, congratulations. All-time high, at least on CoinGecko, is about $3,785. I think I've found 6,000 on some charts, actually. There was a big wick or something like this. It's why the title of one of my videos in the past was this going back to $6,000. So I do think this is a little bit wrong. But anyways, guys, this is, the number 20 coin. It was actually the original Bitcoin. So yeah, it is interesting. There is a max supply, same like Bitcoin. And yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Now, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below, guys. I have actually partnerships with 10 exchanges here. If you use my links, of course, I do get some commission, but it helps, keep me motivated, and it helps keep this channel going, guys. And there is Moodix here, guys. You can sign up and get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here. Now today, guys, we did have a little bit of news where Galaxy Digital completed their sale of Bitcoin from the 80K Bitcoin whale. Now, this actually resulted in this long wick. Bitcoin actually really came up a lot after that point. And today we are a little bit down. Now keep in mind, the day just really started according to Bitcoin time. But we have got support here at 117,300. So we are above this point again. I would have liked to have gotten a little bit higher at 117,700 at least, but we did not do that, unfortunately. Now, looking at Ethereum, guys, it actually has broken out of this channel. I put this on a 4-hour time frame, guys, and yeah, you can see it broke out in the last 4-hour candle. This 4-hour candle did actually test this as support. It did try to go up a little bit higher already. It has another hour and 18 minutes on this candle. Let's see where this ends up though. But so far it is a green candle and it looks like a breakout. Now the total market cap yesterday did actually get a green candle, so that is good, guys. We're at 3.81 trillion. The candle is kind of flickering red and green right now. Total market cap excluding Bitcoin, it is right now above this 1.47 trillion, but we are below 1.51 trillion on a monthly time frame. Now keep in mind, this monthly candle is going to close soon. This is a daily candle actually right now. But yeah, if we can get above this 1.51 and close the month above that, that would be excellent. Now we have closed the CME here at 117,860, guys. So keep that in mind. We are right now 117,534. So there's still a lot of time on the weekend, guys. But if you were a betting man, if Bitcoin would stay at this price, probably would move to the upside to close that gap before making any other move, whether it's up or down, guys. So keep that in mind. Now, the dominance, guys, it is going down. This is a good sign. The last couple of days have been a red candle. And yesterday was actually a straight red candle pretty much. Today, you know, we have 21 hours and 16 minutes, but you can see we already have a little bit of a sizable candle for just a couple of hours, I would say. But again, we do need to break 60.46. After we break this mark, guys, basically, I will say we have won the war, and we're going to have an altcoin season. It's going to be crazy because the next support, guys, is 58.61. That's almost 2% down. Now, another important chart, guys, is the USDT dominance. So yesterday, we actually got a red candle again. So it was looking pretty bad in the video I made with ENA earlier. I believe this was actually a green candle above this line, and it actually ended up getting a rejection. So that is a good sign. It's sitting at 4.28%. The next support here is 3.8%, but it hasn't closed a candle basically since Tuesday, July the 15th, above this line. So we crashed through it on the 16th, and since then we've gotten a rejection every time. Now, looking at the altcoin season index, I believe it was a 43 in my ENA video today. Maybe it was a 45, and I think it may have come up from a 43. But anyways, still in the 40s, doesn't really matter. It's still, you know, on the Bitcoin side, so it's more trending towards Bitcoin than the altcoins right now. So anyways, we had 61 a few days ago. I know this says 59, but I did see a 61 actually. But we did cool a little bit, and that's fine, guys. We need to cool down probably. Now, the liquidation heat map, we have 444 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. It's coming down a little bit with the long, so it's getting more even, we can say. Now, the fear and greed, 72. This is what, like we've been here like 2 weeks, guys, between like 70 and 75. Yesterday it was 70, and I don't think we've been out of this range in quite some time. I could go down here and just look, but yeah, basically July the 12th was the last time we were above, you know, 75. So since July 13th, that's 12 days, guys, we've just been in this range that I just mentioned. Now, we're still 0 from 30 when it comes to the bull market peak indicators, guys, so it's still 100% hold. The best indicator, in my opinion, is the Pi Cycle Top indicator. You know, you can see this orange line is coming up, but this green line still is running away from it, so it has a long way to go before it crosses. Now, if we go to next week on the economic calendar, there's nothing for Monday. Tuesday, we just have some HPI, we have some consumer confidence, and we got JOLTS job openings. That can be important, actually. Now, Wednesday, we do have PCE, we have GDP, we got ADP, non-farm employment change. We also have the interest rate decision and the press conference, probably the most important thing next week, actually. Now, on Thursday, we have PCE and personal spending, Chicago PMI, and yeah, that's a big day, but it comes after the interest rate decision. Now, Friday, we have a lot going on as well, guys. Average hourly earnings, we got non-farm payrolls, private non-farm payrolls, we got PMI, we have ISM numbers, and we have Michigan numbers. So next week, guys, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the most important days. It's going to be very, very, very volatile. Now, Moodix today, guys, ended pretty positive, and the week, month, and year are also positive. Sentiment is now risk on and is very strong, so the trend is actually growing for risk on. Now, the FedWatch tools does say 96% basically percent chance that we're not going to get a cut. Trueflation is showing 2.02% inflation, and crypto bubbles, guys, looking pretty good today. Even the last hour now has popped green, so that is great. You can see BCH here, 6.7%. HBAR looking good. ENA, I made a video on that, like I said today, guys. Check that out. And yeah, if you want to, you know, stake your BCH, go here to Coinondo. Like I said, I just made an Athena video. And yeah, I'm not going to show you BCH here, but you can look it up, guys. And yeah, that you be aware of the limits and the days you have to stake. Don't blindly just send coins there. Wherever you plan to send them, because maybe this is not updated. So be careful, do your homework first, guys. Anyways, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, guys. Check out those deals I have below, and guys, I really appreciate your support, and I'm going to try to make at least one video tomorrow. I am going away for a bit tomorrow, but I probably will make at least one video tomorrow night. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.